Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I want to thank everybody who has been with me from the beginning, subscribing, supporting. People who are coming to the channel now, thank you. I welcome everyone. I really appreciate you people who are supporting me and booking readings and watching my videos and taking the time out of your busy day. I really do hope that Spirit is helping you and that these readings are helping you. Even if not right now, but as your life progresses, you can remember a reading and you have those aha moments and realize, oh yeah, that's what they were talking about in that reading. And it can apply to you then. But we're already here in this Sagittarius full moon. It's May already, and we are in Gemini. And I'm just overwhelmed at how fast this year is going and how much energy has been affecting me. I don't know if it's been affecting you also the same way. I've been feeling a lot of deep, dark dreams, very prophetic dreams. I'm getting a lot more messages, but it's very dark in nature, and I do read with light and love, but this is part of who we are, the dark and the light. And even if it's things that we don't want to face and embrace about ourselves, they are things that we need to balance ourselves. And things that are going on in the world right now are very dark and bleak, and that could even be what's affecting many of us. I don't watch TV. I don't even have TV or read papers. You know, anything I see is sometimes on the internet. So there's a lot going on globally in the macrocosm, and we are all part of that. And with this full moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree, Sagittarius we know is higher learning, foreign lands, other cultures, philosophy, the truth, and the highest vibration. So it's very appropriate with the Sagittarius full moon that we could be facing and feeling a lot of deeper emotions, especially since we are having another full moon in Sagittarius in June. And they consider that a blue moon when you have 4 full moons in one season instead of 3. And 2 are the same. Like next month it'll be at 29 degrees Sagittarius. Sometimes the moon is tinted blue due to dust particles, but that is not happening with this full moon. It will be called a blue moon because of the event being Sagittarius twice and having 4 full moons in one season, and this is the 3rd one. So this reading is for the full moon, and I'm doing what I usually do. We have the first card here is what your body needs. Here, what your mind should focus on, what your soul is looking for, and what your heart desires. And I am using the Fairy Oracle, and this is more of a profound reading. This is a fire sign reading, so we know it ties in a lot with spiritual, global, mankind, male, magic energy, life energy, creative forces, and social situations, you know, as well as even work. But this is a more intense reading with the oracle cards, so I might even be reading some of the passages just to get the message here. But here we go with what your body needs, and we have Acorn's Invitation, number 17, and 1 and 7 is an 8, so we know we need to build on our strengths. It is that of courage and movement and growth. And it talks about touch, exchange, and connection. So our bodies need this right now. When we talk about touch, many of us might be in need of a gentle hand in our lives. We need someone to comfort us. We need someone to support us right now, a shoulder to lean on, someone to give us a hug, gentle, sweet kiss. It could be sexual, even tender, loving feelings of the physical exchange. It could be something as simple as massage therapy, something even with Reiki, aromatherapy, anything that would be of the physical touching your body. And we see here is this fairy, he gently puts his hand to the earth, he lovingly touches the earth. We know this fairy is of the earth, even though he has wings to take flight, which ties in beautifully with our Gemini solar return. Fairies' hearts burn, fierce and strong, so it's very fiery, like that of Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So it makes sense here with this card is talking about what your body needs right now is definitely some loving attention, affection, being cared for, you caring for your own body, you taking care of yourself, maybe taking a beautiful salt bath or getting a massage, like I said, or going out in nature and having one of those massages out in nature, cuddling up to a comfy warm blanket if you're still in cold areas. Tender loving care for the self, the body, is what is needed right now. And with this full moon in Sagittarius, being that it is of higher learning and higher philosophies and truths that we're seeking, it could be something even within our own spirituality, that spark, that flame within you that your body is longing for. Higher learning, higher truth, peace, whatever it is that your body needs to go through that soul process of transcendence, burning off all the old fear, burning off bad habits, burning off all the negativity around you that you allow yourself to absorb on a daily basis, or that people who suck the life energy force out of you, just cleansing yourself, purging yourself of those things, could all be part of what's going on right now. But the Fairy Oracle, I'll read a brief passage because it's very long, but it does represent here honoring both the goddess and the god. So this is both the masculine and feminine, okay? And it's teaching us to be vital, to be healthy. And part of this is to show glory in our physical selves and our physical desires. It says this fairy man is not talking about a kind of base physical gratification, of filling up a void or an appetite sated. He is speaking of true communal, healing, loving touch. As his fingers caress the earth, so he respects and loves the woman, the feminine, the mother, the crone, and the maiden. He reminds us that when we touch something, we are in communion with it. We are at one with it. Touch is an energy or communion and an exchange between two or more people or beings. No one can touch and be left unchanged. So that's a beautiful message for all of us. Think about who is it that you have in your life, who touches you and why, and the choices that you make to allow people into your personal space, into your sexual or physical space, and why. And think about that, to love and respect yourself, and only allow people into that realm that truly love and respect that part of you as well, and you to others. Now what your mind should focus on, we have stolen in her sleep, number 15. So 1 and 5 is 6, that's the number of Venus, and balance, harmony, and compromise. It says unaware, unconscious, and unawakened. Very, very profound, because this is what your mind should focus on, and it is the mental realm. And though she is sleeping, and it looks like she's at peace here, and we see the goblins around her with their arms around her as if they're going to steal her away and take her, unaware, unconscious, because she is unawakened and not paying attention to what's going on around her. We could think about that too with the mental realm. What is it right now that you're not focusing on? Or what is it that you are focusing on too much? Are you dwelling on negative things or people in your life? Perhaps things that are going on that aren't going your way and you're thinking the worst. Maybe you're dreaming about these things, especially with the full moon. It does affect a lot of people that way. So what is it that you are unaware of that needs to come to light? Again, very Sagittarian. We want truth. Sagittarius arrow from the archer points straight and true. Okay, so we want to seek something that is unseen or hidden to us right now, that we are not aware of in this mental realm. So with this full moon, perhaps when you do your full moon ritual, light your candles, some incense, put down your intentions of gratitude and thanks for everything you have, because the full moon is about the reaping of the harvest. But also focus on the things that you need truth about in your life, truth about in yourself, in your surroundings, the world even. And after you have put your intentions and written them down, light them, a fire, in a safe place, and let it burn off and release into the universe. Get rid of those fears, get rid of those debasing thoughts, Only bring in the positive. Burn off all the old things that don't serve you right now, or really have never served you. It's time to release them. And what the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle speaks of with this card is unable to remember dreams, feeling cut off from psychic abilities, unsure of whether the path you are drawn to follow is safe, feeling scared that you may be entering a dark realm, wishing to go home and to ascend before you have done the deep work on the self. If this card has come to you, it is a time to go deep within, to go into the earth, and to understand that material transformation is spiritual. It is then that your gifts will be fully awakened. So with this full moon energy, we definitely want to seek this truth before going forward into the next cycle in our lives. Now, what your soul is looking for is cry for nature, number 8, mourning for something sacred which seems lost. And you see how this beautiful, majestic tree, we can only imagine that has lived hundreds and hundreds of years, okay, has been cut down. And we're only knowing in the last 25, 30 years that cutting down our rainforests and raping Mother Earth of all of her natural beauty and elements, we are stealing from our own medicine cabinet, really, all the healing that we need for all these diseases that are going on in the world. Besides the fact that tearing down all these trees is our purification for the oxygen. It takes in carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. We need the green on this planet to live. So for this here, what our soul is looking for or longing for, it could be more of a global thing right now, especially with Sagittarius, because it's larger than just the you, the me, the we. It is the everyone. It assimilates all the information. It wants to put all of this thought that's been gathered into use for the self on a spiritual level, on a global level. So what the wild wisdom offers for this card is saying, this is the card of the person who loves where they are in the planet. This person may be passionate about animals, nature, trees, and protecting this earth. This person realizes they are as a child when faced with the ageless wisdom of all of the creatures of this wonderful blue and green planet. Human wisdom is but one form. The being who has drawn this card is one with great elemental energy who can help rid the environment of toxic poisons and environmental pollutions. You will be passionately interested in helping the environment to be healed, in the same way you're able to help heal toxic energy in places or in others. You may feel that you find to have a talent for clearing the karma of the environment. This card is about the divine protection this magical planet enjoys from its special earth warriors. The person this card signifies has this earth warrior energy, the earth spirit in terms of the all who are attuned with this new earth energy. And we all have the capacity, regardless of age, religion, race, creed, family background, and other issues, we all have this chance to change into a person of the new earth. Okay, then we have what your heart desires. We have secret doorway. Number 5 is about creative energy. It's sometimes uncertainty, but it's energy that needs to go somewhere. We always talk about the 5 can rock on its stand. It could fall over on its face, call it fall backward. It's all about balancing this energy that seems to need to go somewhere. This card speaks of working with intuition, second sight, opening dimensional doorways. And we see the fairies there around the young girl as she's peering into the doorway in the tree. Trees do hold magic in them and wisdom, spiritual energy, and they are literally doorways to other realms. So you ever fall asleep under a tree and see how prophetic and deep your dreams are? I love the fairies in the background and the stream of the moonlight. We can only see that it's maybe a full moon, and it's filled with yellow, fiery passion. So it does fit for me, this very Sagittarian energy. And again, secret doorway. Working with intuition. Again, very Sagittarian and the fire signs, Aries, Leo too. But this is that Sagittarian new moon at 1 degree. So we're being called at the very beginning with this full moon to tie into our intuitive selves. Our heart is longing for some connection that is greater than this. Yes, it could be something physical in your life, like this says here, with a man or a woman, to fulfill your physicality. It could be something higher than that, something spiritual that you're looking to, especially with these cards talking about darkness and fear and releasing them. Looking at global issues. You know, my dreams have been very prophetic about global issues. And these are way out of my control or realm of my control as an individual, even as a nation probably. But my thoughts are very powerful, and I can send out love to the earth. I could send out love to everyone in the earth. I might not know any of these people or places or things, but I am so powerful as you are with your thoughts and your heart and love that you can tune in and send out a healing to everyone, to this planet, and to yourself. So with this card, we're talking about being able to see change ahead, but not knowing how to deal with it. Understanding that in order to learn something new, one must forget what one thinks he knows. Getting down to the level of others who you do not know. Receiving messages from nature. Understanding what wonderment is the natural process of change. So that's very beautiful, and again, very Sagittarian. Higher truth, higher learning, foreign lands, foreign languages, other cultures, ethnicities, philosophy, freedom, adventure, fun, very Sagittarian on the higher vibration. And that's what we are seeking right now with this Sagittarian energy in this full moon. So even if you say, well, this doesn't make sense to me on a snapshot of my life, how can you tie this into something in your life with releasing fears, finding truth, being aware of what you're not aware of, what's going on in your life? Of course, this beautiful physical touch of someone who loves you, or sharing in an exchange. And if it's not that of the physical world for you and a physical being, that your connection in a higher realm to yourself. Know thyself. There is where the power is. Also healing nature, because with healing this earth, we are healing ourselves. And the secret doorway, where it's talking about your intuition. Again, this is all fire energy, what we're talking about here. Well, I hope this reading does give you some help, guidance, and peace. Remember, when you do your new moon offerings and full moon offerings, do them in a place where you can be alone for even 5 or 10 minutes. Set your intentions, light a candle, burn some incense, maybe some wind chimes. Sit by a brook or some waterway, or if you like more the earth, you know, sit out in the forest or the woods, or just on a patch of grass. If you're more of an air person, maybe you want to go to a spot where you know is very breezy. You might like the wind through your hair, or take a ride with the car windows open and feel the wind in your face. You know, and if you are a person who loves the outdoors, take advantage of this now in the Sagittarian energy. And be outside, be one with nature. Seek the truth, ask your guides in spirit to show you the way, to give you the peace, give you the guidance, so that you can see the truth instead of just seeking it, that you will know it, assimilate it to within your core self on your soul's journey. Well, thank you again, everyone who has been watching and taking the time out of your busy day to comment. I appreciate everyone who has been following, liking, and sharing, and tweeting. This has been wonderful for me, and I do enjoy this very much. And as always, I wish you the best.